welcome and welcome, welcome to season 5, episode 8 of the Leaders Only Show and digital podcast. I am Samaj and I am with my brother Kendall today. We have a great show to you for you today. We're doing something new. It's been a while since my brother's been here, so it's going to be great to get him back on camera. We're also brought to you today by Would Have Changed Mentoring and Tone Drone. Today we'll be talking about seasonal affective disorder, which is SAD, SAD. So please invite your friends to check out the Leaders Only Show on YouTube. Have a watch party, subscribe to our channel, share, like it, comment below. And if you're watching the live stream, it's okay to comment all the way through. But if you're just watching it on the playback, you can always put hashtag replay in the comments and let us know that you were here. We definitely got some good news for you today. We got some U.S. Marshals finding 200 missing children. The U.S. Marshal Service, USMS, along with federal, state, and local agencies, led a 6-week national operation, and it resulted in 200 in finding 200 critically missing children, which includes endangered runaways, those who have been abducted by non-custodial persons. So that plays a part to what we was talking about with the child homelessness. So it's great that they found them, these missing people. This is the second rendition of this coordinated effort, and it was called Operation We Will Find You Part 2, WWFY 2, running from May 20th to June 24th. It focused on the geographical areas with high clusters of missing children. WWFY2 resulted in the recovery and removal of 123 children from dangerous situations. An additional 77 missing children were located and found to be in safe locations. And according to the law enforcement or child welfare agencies, this is to be true. The vast majority of these runaway children, one case was a family abduction, and one was a non-family abduction. The dangerous situations involved, the dangerous situations involved human trafficking, captivity by family members, family relations, or situations of sexual exploitation, some involuntary and some violently. Shows 40% of Americans are doing more good deeds in the final months of 2024. 4 in 10 Americans are actively doing more good deeds before the end of 2024, says a new survey of 2,000 Americans. It revealed that 43% are using the end of the year to boost the amount of giving this year, increasing their good deeds, volunteering more, or donating. 59% of Gen Z and millennial respondents agreed that they are doing more good as well as we approach 2025 to make up for the rest of the year, compared to 37% of Gen X and baby boomers agree. Circumstances preventing people from doing more were financial constraints, 45%, health issues, 34%, and time limitations, which amounted to 25%. Some of the best things people did in 2024 was the small stuff, like check in with a coworker who seems down, or helping someone figure out a situation and a tough problem, finding a solution, which was giving. You might not realize the impact right away, but later it clicks that maybe this small act brightened someone else's day. From now to the end of the year, on average, respondents plan to spend 8 hours a week on pursuits of good. When asked what drives them to give back to their community, respondents highlighted that satisfaction of giving, which was 47%, a sense of purpose from 43%, and wanting to make the world a better place was the answer for 40%. What motivates people to give back to their community? First, you got at 47% satisfaction of giving in itself. Second, at 43%, you got a sense of purpose. Third, at 40%, you got wanting to make the world a better place. Fourth, at 33%, you got emotional well being. Community connection was fifth at 23%. Showing my children how to support their community, 19%. A concern for responsible ethical practices in my community, 18% felt that way. Physical health benefits, 12%. Skill development, 8%. And networking opportunities was given by 7%. So that was a roundup of, the reason why people, give back. What's their initial motivation? Next, we're moving into seasonal affective disorder, SAD. Uh, Seasonal affective disorder, SAD, a mood disorder characterized by depression that occurs at the same time year every year. Seasonal affective disorder, SAD, occurs in climates where there is less sunlight at certain times of the year. The cooler weather and less daylight hours during the winter months causes many of us to feel less motivated and even disengaged in everyday life. Some may experience the winter blues while others may have SAD. Seasonal affective disorder is considered a depressive disorder, a subtype of major depression with seasonal changes. This means that it starts in autumn and lasts through the winter months, improving in the spring. About 5% of adults in the US experience SAD, and it typically lasts about 40% of the year. The prevalence of SAD varies with geographical latitude, age, and sex. It increases at higher latitudes, with SAD being more common in people living far from the equator, where there are fewer daylight hours in the winter. Younger people and women are also at higher risk. SAD is different than major depression in that it's specifically tied to the seasons. SAD typically starts in autumn and lasts through the winter, improving in the springtime. People with seasonal affective disorder experience symptoms that may include the following: feeling sad, loss of interest or pleasure in activities you typically enjoy, changes in appetite, typically eating more and craving carbohydrates and sugars, loss of energy or feeling more tired, excuse me, tired, slowed thinking, concentration, or decision making, increase in activities like pacing, handwriting, or the ability to sit still, slowed movements or speech, feeling hopeless, worthless, or guilty, thoughts of death or suicide, weight gain and too much sleep, known as hypersomnia, are very common with SAD. And before we get into our break, is this when my brother come in, or are we waiting to the story? All right, cool, cool, cool.
Nah,
So yeah, so we wanted to, kick this show off and talk about SAD because, of course, we're in fall, but we're going into winter. Um, and what I've also seen tied to SAD a lot of times is the holidays. That's something that I think that they should examine and look into it being tied to the SAD disorder, because when people around this time, they don't have a lot of people in the climate that we live in today. They've commercialized holidays so much, and it goes hand in hand with social media, that you feel like you're missing out on something. You know what I mean? Not only having a deficiency from sunlight, because that's just science. The less sunlight you get, meaning the less energy you're getting naturally, because the sun is literally a ball of energy. You know what I mean? It's some light. It's for us to be able to get natural vitamin D. It's a vitamin D source. So with that, it kind of resembles with those in today's time, where the family isn't as strong, and you're very much divided, that you feel like, if you didn't get that gift that you asked for, if your money ain't right, if you can't buy your kids something, then you feel like you're less than. People go into calling themselves names or overthinking, being less appreciative, because if you have air in your lungs and if you have, lights in your house and you got somewhere to lay your head, you do have gifts, you got blessings, you know what I mean? So this is a time where a lot of people, can not only get less sunlight and the shorter days and it's colder, also, when you don't, when you partake in holidays or you look forward to being around family at this time and it's not happening, that can only, I feel, add to the season of depression in itself. What you think? Welcome on in, first and foremost. My brother Kendall is here today on camera.
Peace, 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 y'all, man. So happy to be back. Peace, bro. Peace, family. Sorry about the technology a little bit. We trying something new, but I kind of mixed up my phone a little bit. But man, this is like one of the things that hit home for us. Being new to our journeys and things of that nature. It's coming up on like our third or fourth year, whereas I really not been celebrating just the over appreciative of and over acknowledgement of the holidays because it's only one day, so I'm really like not big and I can't really put myself together for people that always they go around to spend money. I mean, mostly for the adults it turns to resentment or anger if they don't get what they want. So I be feeling
Hmm.
like the holidays is for the kids. So I take it as that. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the traditions. But for the kids, it's cool. But at the same time, I wouldn't overspend or go outside my means for something if I don't have it. Um,
Hmm.
and that's what I be taking from it, man. If you don't really have it, don't beat yourself up to give it.
Hmm.
Do give your
Yeah.
time and things of that nature. Get or be with your family more and things of that nature. That's what I take from the around this time, because you never know what nobody else is going through. You never know if this is somebody's last. You don't know what their household may be in, and to be just filling it up just about a gift. I mean, it's how we feel about
Right.
that, but at the same time, if this is something that you do every year, you might want to reflect on it. You might want to take a step back, look at yourself on how household is, or you just go all out for a gift, in the
Hmm.
tradition.
Yeah. And
So that's really what I take
not
of it. But
yeah, that was just something that I feel contributes to it, but just in seasonal depression in itself, when the seasons change, this is a great time to continue your routine. You could also do things like, save your money all year, bust your butt all year, and then take a vacation in the winter when it does get cold. Go get you some sun.
right,
Getting out in nature earlier, going for a walk, working out, setting your goals. This is a great time to, set goals and push through because, it is colder. So it's less time to be outside, more time to be in the lab, reading books, things that keep you
correct,
upbeat, making an initiative to be around your family. That's one of the main things in which I dislike about the holidays when we talk about family is just because we wait for these days and we wait for these times, but you need this stuff just to keep you afloat. This is how you don't sink. Um, but the family has to get uh, it has to get welcome into all forms. We can't just get stuck and welcome the habits and the cycles of nothingness that we are accustomed to when it comes to just eating bad food, drinking bad drinks, getting into habits of just coming and then just dispersing. That really hurts us, that really hinders us because we don't come together, fellowship on the norm, and then build on it. We don't build on anything. So I feel like if you're staying in constant contact with your family, your friends, and y'all are doing things of substantial value, then it would last longer and it would actually help carry you through these months. You wouldn't even look at months the same. You would look at every day just as an opportunity, every day just as a blessing. I'm going to always continue to lead back to that, because when you wake up, you should open your eyes and say thank you. Whereas though there's no reason, there is reason to be sad. Not, let me not say that. Let me not be disrespectful to what people go through. But just as well as you can find reason to be sad, depressed, upset, lethargic, the lack of motivation, there's always another side where you can start by, hey, I'm blessed, I got lights. Hey, blessed, I got 10 fingers. Hey, blessed, I got 10 toes. Blessed, I could think, I got a strong mind. Because tides can change that fast. You can go from being in a bad situation to really good, but you can go to a really good situation if you don't appreciate it and be in a really bad one as well. So just a little bit, just to give people something, to get through so they don't gain too much weight and they don't sleep too much. Stay on your routine, you know what I mean? Set your goals, stick with them. Get closer to the Most High, you know what I'm saying? When things are in disarray, talk to God. A lot of times when you talk to people, they want to talk about you. Take your problems to God and then talk to yourself. At that same time, that's your connection with the Most High, but it's all inner. So go inside, write it down, talk about it, but work on it, fix it. Life is all choices. There's good, there's bad. That's all there is. Choices. So as we move forward and get into our break, we always want to continue to encourage you to be the best that you can be physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Practice safe habits, good habits, positive habits, productive habits. Be aware of your surroundings. Try to travel in groups. And during the day, as much as possible, try to move around while there's light outside and you're moving in places where people can see you. Even put trackers on your phone with loved ones. Eat right, sleep right, meditate, work out. Read. I'm going to constantly say feed your mind. What you feed your mind, it affects your body. With the holidays coming up and being right around the corner, if that's what you do, we just got past one. This season it will increase in depression. That is a given. So mental illness and suicide, so be mindful of the suicide hotline and emergency number, which is 988. And don't hesitate if you're struggling. Get away from your pride and your ego and dial that number, or get you some help if you have insurance. Reach out to your providers and see if you can get some type of psychiatry or counseling, or therapy. You know what I mean? That will really help you moving forward for to treatment and self-care for SAD. If you've been diagnosed with SAD, your treatment plan may include a combination of light therapy, vitamin D supplements, and cognitive behavior therapy. Self-care is the key with SAD because it tends to take a predictable pattern. This means patients can implement prevention strategies in anticipation of severe symptoms. If you have seasonal affective disorders, there are some things you can do to help get ahead of your symptoms. As far as make a habit of getting out for a daily walk. This helps your moods by breathing in fresh air and providing a change in your scenery, all while exercising. You can add vitamin D into your diet and nutritional changes. Consult with a nutritionist or physician on what kinds of things you should target in your diet or what you should increase. You could plan fun activities and stick to those commitments. Once SAD begins, you're more likely to pull back and cancel plans. Get social with your friends and family. This helps stimulate your mind and mood by being around others in which you love. Move your body with physical activity. It doesn't have to be hard exercise, but moving your body will provide stimulation. They say what you don't move, you lose. If you can participate in an exercise group or class that allows you to get physical and social benefits, reach out to your support network. Tell your family and friends how this change of season affects you, so that they can check on you and they can also help hold you accountable to your commitments and support you as well. Adding to that, what are some things that you have, bro, that can assist people and getting through and preventing their SAD disorder.
Like mainly like we piggyback on, the things of not overwhelming yourself over a certain amount, putting too much into a gift. If this is what you do, if this is how you celebrate, not putting too much into a gift. If you don't have it, you just don't have it. Um,
Hmm.
but it's also other ways to be creative where you don't have to really spend a lot of money and make it all about a material. You make it
Hmm.
about things
Hmm.
that might be something special to you or something special that that's to that person. You never know what somebody had lost somebody on this day. May have had some type of tragedy on this day. You never know. So that's mainly it. Cause I just see a lot of people go all out for holidays, and then after that it's like, what do I do next? You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like
Right.
I don't really have too much. I mean, don't make it all about a gift. Do something
Hmm.
that's might be timely or something that somebody else can't do, which they might not have the senses. They might can't walk. They might can't talk. You never
Hmm.
know. So, do something out of that manner. Then people always make it about material and what you got them, and make it about social media and posts and everything. Everything got to be broadcast. So
Yeah.
that's
And
really my take on
yeah, and I would suggest, things like yoga, things like meditation groups, things like those
it. You got a good
groups
thing
or
with the
those,
station head, the reading groups. So
yeah.
things like
So
that too. Listening on a reading group.
book club, also volunteer work, like when you're going on journeys. I forget what they call, but it's like a voyage where you go to other countries. Missionary work. That is
Yeah.
something that I feel could help, especially during this time. Again, you can go somewhere for a discounted rate. You can go somewhere and be giving back. Like you said, you can go somewhere and you can be working directly with children who don't even, they don't care that it's a holiday season or that it's winter or whatever causes your depression at all. They're just happy and they're blessed and thankful that you're there to help them. If you are part of a church, I know a lot of churches have groups and information where you can go do missionary work and you can go on a trip and you can go to places like Africa. You can go to places like Puerto Rico. You can go down in South America and you could teach English, you could teach dance, you could teach athletics, you could help in the medical field. But there's tons of things in that category which you can do. Also, destruction rooms. I know it said plan fun activities, but a great way to blow off steam, be it in a season of depressional season, or be it time where things just may not be going right for you or something, and it might be sunny outside. What I've come to see, I haven't done it myself, but I have seen that they do have those destruction rooms, and they have like old cars. They got things like old TVs, microwaves, just stuff that you can break. They got glass. They have vases and stuff, and they give you a bat, and they just let you get that anger out. They let you get that frustration out. And it's literally, they call it destruction rooms. You can look them up. Me personally, what did it for me, and what continues to do it for me is finding my purpose, realizing that I'm not here for no reason. I'm not here just to live to die. I'm not here to be depressed. I'm not here to be frustrated. I know that the Most High didn't create me to stay in this level of slavery. He didn't create me to me just the blessings just to skip
Yeah.
my life. You know what I mean? So I often try to see where could I get better? What do I got to do on the right side of things? I know I'm not perfect, but I know that the Most High don't skip people, and energy doesn't lie, so the universe doesn't skip people, and it doesn't just bless bad people or it blesses just these people. But you have to be a blessing to receive a blessing, and we got to get out of looking at blessings just as monetary form. Sometimes just having somebody you could pick up the phone and call to let them know that you're frustrated, that you're going through things, that's a blessing. Having people believe in something that you create, that's a blessing. You know what I mean? Being able to articulate issues for the community. This is a blessing for our community. No matter if 100 people see it or 100 million, this is a spiritual war. You know, this is it's an
Yeah.
energy going around that's infecting people and bringing them so low that they
Yeah.
don't want to see people vibrate. They don't want to see people
Mm.
happy. They don't want to jump in and celebrate together. They don't want to build. They want to look back and get upset about gifts and stuff. But when we look up, we can't live in your bag. We can't live in your shoes. We can't live in your pocketbook. We can't live in your bank account. Um, if we're not getting land, if we're not getting resources, if we're not sharing information to get free, no matter how high you get up on, again, alone, you got people at the bottom. So just like they used to do, if you get all A's and then one time you get an F, they add up all 8 grades and that's your average. Well, it's kind of like the same thing with us. If you got one household and every 1,000 households, you got one person that's doing well, that's bad.
Mm.
That's 1 in 1,000. That's not. Would you take 1 in 1,000 anywhere else? That's 1%. That's just $1. You wouldn't take one
Right.
dollar out of 1,000. You would look at it like, damn, I'm getting the short end of the stick. That's just exactly how we get it in our community. You know, I'm not big on the blowhorns. I'm not big on standing on boxes and stuff. But I'm also, in a place where in our community, we experience these depressions and these things because you can't tell nobody nothing in our community. Trying to warn you before, trying to help you before, trying to be here for you. You don't have to take on the world by yourself. You have to listen. There has to be some structure, has to be some accountability. We got to have some rules. But go look in the Jewish community. Go look in the African community. Go look in the Mexican community. You can say what you want about them drinking Corona and drinking tequila and all of that stuff. But when it's time for the family to have a roof over their head and they need to build businesses and they need to get a food truck or a fruit stand, somehow they always get it. A fruit stand. That you look anywhere. It started in LA. That's when I first seen it. It's over here. They selling coconuts out the back of the truck. You got this person over here putting the floors together. This person over here just got one of the jobs at the Taco Bell or something. This person, everybody
Mhm.
come back in the crib. Everybody. Ain't
Mm.
nobody judging nobody. You broke motherfucker. You work at Taco Bell. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. Family, family, familia, familia. Bring all the ducats. Bring the mucho dinero. Come on.
Yeah.
We got to get up out of this situation.
You
So
got a
does it
mission.
matter more? Yeah, do it matter more how your situation looks or really getting out of this situation? To me, I feel like a lot of our depression when it comes to our community and where we play in this the season of depression is not just the fact that the sun is going down. It's not just that, you know what I mean? It's everything. It's taking on the world by yourself. So you don't have the time to go for an hour and a half walk or a 2 hour bike ride or because you in a rat race. You in a hustle and bustle. And from the time you wake
Yeah.
up to the
Yeah.
time you lay down, you thinking about what you got to do today. And then when you lay down, you thinking about what I got to do tomorrow. You ain't even
Tomorrow.
had a
Yeah.
chance to take in, yeah, you didn't have a chance to count your breathing and get control of your breathing and think about oh man, I want to really write that book. I really do want that little food stand. What I got to do? How much money do I got to save? How much money do I got to work? What my budget look like? These are the things that it takes. And this can occupy that time if we just really, hone in on number one, what we want to do as individuals, but then number two, what do we want to do as a group? Same thing, we could use the Leaders Only show for a perfect example. It started off as practice, trial and error, and then, hey, do we have a business here? Do we have a brand? Okay, now what do we do as a collective? As an individual, I gotta realize that I'm representing a group of people, so I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this. But when we come together and sit together, hey, y'all, what you think? Okay, what you think? What you think? You got to get a perspective from everybody, and you got to be able to leave out of there comfortable knowing as a team we about to go in here and win. On a collective level as our community, we can't worry about little Tay Tay's little micro problem, Dante's micro problem, Keisha's little micro problem, this person. It's too many problems. What are we all experiencing right now? Okay, you sad. Okay, why? Why? Oh, you ain't got nobody that rock with. Ain't no Sunday dinners. Ain't no Big Mama. I think we all going through that. Maybe we need to bring the Sunday dinners back. Maybe we need to really stand on that. Maybe we need to slow down our lives. Maybe we need to stop realizing that this invisible bag that we're chasing doesn't replace. Hey, cuz. Make sure you put that beer down. Make sure you go to the gym. Come to the gym with me. I love you. Don't eat that pork. Don't eat that seafood. Don't eat. Look, I ain't trying to be preach, but I want you to. I want you here. I want you here. That little kid you got deserve you here. When that kid have a kid, your grandkid deserve grandpa to be able to run with him. I want to be able to run with my grandkids. I want to be able to run when my niece kids are here. I don't want to be, oh, come help granddaddy get up the steps. Well, a lot of that has to do with the bad habits that we choose to turn a blind eye to as a people. We have somebody overweight and they'll go eat a cheeseburger. After
Mm.
that, they'll eat this, they'll eat that, they'll drink liquor. And it's funny. It's funny. He the funniest boy. You crazy. You a real nigga. Oh, you so real that you ain't disciplined. How is that real? You so real that you don't even love yourself. How is that real? You so real that you gotta wear blue hair, red hair. Oh, when did that ever happen? When did we start birthing people with red hair? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what
Yeah.
you doing is showing these kids that that's more important, which is why often they get depressed because you can't keep that up. You got to go get another red hair. You need red hair every two
About that
weeks.
image. Yeah, it's about
Yeah,
keeping that
you
image.
know, you got one pair of Gucci's. Them joints got scuffed. What are other? Where's 30 days in a month? Where your
Yeah,
other 29
yeah.
pair? You making yourself depressed by living in a system that ain't real. It ain't even real.
It's a fact. Social
You
media
know what's
world.
better? You know, you have your one or everybody in your community, in your family, in your tribe, just your group. Hey, you ain't got no debt. You good? You don't have to let finances bring you down at all. We just passed like shit 100 years worth of trauma. If we can stop at least that, marriages fail because of that, friendships fail because of that, businesses fail because of that. This person got killed because of that. He owe me $400. Nigga gonna get that $400. But you spend $600 on shoes. That's what I'm saying. Might be messed up for him. I ain't saying that it was right. All this, I'm saying, as a community, if we was working together and you came from a family that, hey, maybe y'all sell bee honey, honey from bees. Maybe this people they plumbing, they got the plumbing joint on lock. Maybe they got the whoop de whoop, but it's a whole lot better than saying, nigga, you owe me because we gonna be keep hustling and y'all both running in a circle nowhere. That's the only thing I'm saying. Strong foundations, they're not built overnight. They come from generations. They come from decades of work. And the reason why we have these, magnified numbers is because we won't take the time and stick to building a strong foundation. It take too long. We got 400 plus years of catastrophe. It's going to take us at least 200 years just building the foundation to this home. We got to build a strong foundation don't ever put us in another 400, 500. We got to have a foundation that never breaks again. We got to
Mm.
have a code of ethics that everybody, I don't care. This would go down in every household. This what we do. I don't care if you put a little remix on it, but this what we do. I know when I come to your crib, us as a people, oh, that's a custom. You go to a person from Ghana house. All the people from Ghana, they do a certain thing. You go a person from Ethiopia, y'all gonna all sit down, y'all gonna eat with your hands, you're gonna respect this
Yeah.
custom. We need that. So in closing, let me get to the closing notes. You got anything you got to say, bro, before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. Really like that. I just hope they grasp that. I hope a lot of people grasp
Hmm.
that. It's not about what we only think. We just giving you our perspective.
Hmm.
And how we feel. You be more than welcome to put your perspective, how you feel in the comments, emails,
Hmm.
um, share it with us on a page. It don't matter. Because it's not all about us. We just give, like I said, we just giving you our perspective and how we feel.
Hmm. And yeah, man, we're gonna constantly build our opinion off of the facts. So we're gonna go to the statistics and everything, and then, like I said, man, we do get to tell our side. I've been here 40 years. My brother's been here 38. So we at least get to tell the story from what we've seen in the years we've been here. And I would love to see things start moving in a positive direction for us abroad. You know what I mean? Collectively. So
Yes.
in closing, man, this is the Leaders Only show. We do appreciate you all. We're live streaming each and every Sunday at 2 p.m. We appreciate you joining us for season 5, episode 8. We hope you enjoyed the show. We hope you gained something that you could share with somebody. We're brought to you by Tone Drone TV and Would Have Changed Mentoring Inc. I am Samaj.
And I'm McKendall.
Yes, and please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, email us at leadersonly22 at gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And if you watch the replay, do not, be shy. Hit us with a hashtag replay. And it's definitely been a blessing per usual. Any information, health, clothes, whatever, www.mentalhealthchef.com. Just like it's spelled, mentalhealthchef.com, y'all.
Also, if you feeling if you feeling like you harming in the harming stage, or if you know somebody that's about to harm themselves, if you hear something, see something, you can always, we got our own hotline, 988. That's an emergency mental health line itself. So if you feeling, like I
Yes,
said, if you feeling that way, somebody else feeling that way, you know somebody feeling that way, you see somebody feeling that way, tap in, don't hesitate, or it'll be too late.
yes. And always remember, misery loves company, but so does success. Remember
Yes,
that.
sir. Peace, love.
The balloons went off.
Yes, sir.